Oh yeah, baby. That was dope. No lie.
It's a double kill for Jim.
Oh my God, Jim!
Looking pretty good. It's gonna be a triple kill. Jim comes on fire. Jim comes on fire.
He had the right angle, but couldn't land the shot. The dark scope, the 2-piece! Oh my God! Oh no! He was down to 1 second on the clock.
Já pegou bala na cara do Master. O Almairinho vai tentando fazer o primeiro. Vai tentar o tiro porrada e bomba! Vem! Clutch muito difícil de vencer, mas...
Square on the body that you hit. He no-scoped for Apollo right there. He no-scoped.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We are here for the Mobile Mayhem NA Qualifiers. And with me today is, according to our overlay, the ever lovely and amazing LATAM sensation, MSK Verdict. No, we'll get that. We'll get that.
Everybody.
We'll get
Coming
that
down
fixed as soon as we
I
can.
would love to know where he's from to say it, but yeah.
We'll get that fixed here momentarily, guys. It is something we clearly forgot to update. You can be Verdict for a day. You don't want to be Verdict. Verdict's a bot. He doesn't listen to comms.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't want to be Verdict, but
Maybe okay, we'll have to think about that then.
it is of course, guys, Gilmania, a fantastic addition to our talent here. You've been getting to fill in a lot more lately, Gil.
Kind of, yeah. I'm pretty excited about it. I've always been thrilled to be invited to the Mobile Mayhem, and I'm glad to be invited. So yeah.
All right. Well, pleasure to have you. And we do have our schedule for you guys here tonight. We do have Explicit versus the Reaper crew starting things off. And Gil, for match 2, we do have a name that I think is more familiar in the BR scene coming into the mix here. And that is going to be Wicked Esports facing off against 6 Feet Under. And then for game 3, we'll be looking at the likes of Midnight Gaming versus the Vandals. So, couple team names we'll definitely recognize in the scene. I think Explicit is going to be a different roster than most people probably recognize the Explicit name for, at least as of late. But they're certainly going to recognize a lot of the players, Gil.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you were saying about Wicked, it's pretty interesting because I've seen them trying to get into the multiplayer scene for quite a while now. Of course, they are well known for Battle Royale, but trying to expand to this scenario, I would say that I'm not 100% sure on everybody on the roster, but I'm thrilled to see a few of the names over there. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. But for starters, like you mentioned, we're gonna have Reaper Crew and Explicit with different names, and I'm intrigued to see how these two are gonna compensate. I want to say with the kind of players each have.
Well, I definitely, looking at the rosters, which we'll get to you guys in chat here soon, what exactly those look like. I gotta say, I think Explicit has at least a slight advantage, right? I recognize all of the players on the side of Explicit versus we look at the side of the Reaper crew, and everybody's a nobody before they're a somebody, right? So we could absolutely see Reaper crew come through and just be a cracked team here today, but they've got a lot to prove right off the bat, and the lineup for Explicit guys, not going to be the Explicit you'll remember from previous seasons. It's going to be Slaya, Zaina, Sunny, Cartels, and Beetle. They're going to be going up against the Reaper crew, which is Trident, Draugr, Queen Lala, Voiceless, and Wrench. And Gil, we do have our best 3 maps available if you want to run through those.
I sure can. Just give me a quick second. And all right, for this game between Explicit and Reaper, we're gonna start off on Hardpoint. That's gonna be standoff. Moving on to Search and Destroy on Hackney Yard, and a potential third game of Domination on Firing Range. That's gonna be pretty interesting. But when it comes down to the bans day, that's gonna be from Reaper, the SKS, and the Kilo from Explicit.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a phenomenal match to start things off with. Plenty of the players on the side of Explicit we recognize and are looking to see if they've bounced back this season with a winning team. You'll notice several names, guys from, for example, Beetle from the likes of Devious, Slaya, a various handful of teams, Cartels and Sunny, a various handful of teams as well. And, they've got a lot to prove here because it was a very underwhelming season for them last time around. They ended up disbanding very, very early on. And, maybe this is the winning combination for these players this time around. And, Gil, we're getting started into the match right now.
Yeah, like we mentioned, that's going to be here on Standoff Day, the qualifiers. We're going to see some new names like you mentioned. There's always got to be a way for you to start. And that's going to be the case for quite a few players coming from the side of the Reaper crew. So far, everybody's still connecting, and I think I'm going to be staying with you on the fact that I don't really know these names in here, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they cannot beat a big team. It only means that, well, they got to start saying that they are here to at least attempt to stay. For now, I'm not too sure what the inconvenience seems like. They're not being able to connect.
Yeah, we are just waiting on one player to connect, guys, and we'll get to the action. Unfortunately, we can't start the game without all 5 people, so a slight hindrance, but something that hopefully won't last too long. And again, you guys can see at least a fair bit of the rosters on the screen for you right now while we're waiting for the game to start. And Explicit is certainly at least a decent mix-up of talent. So I've got high hopes for them. Hopefully they'll take the season seriously and put their best effort forward. And likewise for the side of the Reaper crew, we may not know them on a name-based level, but they think they're ready here for this competition. And Gil, this is going to be a great opportunity for them to prove it.
I think they were unable to connect the 5th player, so we're gonna get a redo for now. But stuff like that happens. Stuff like that happens. They, I think it's also, of course, always something that some teams tend to struggle. The fact that if you're just starting, you're gonna lose, right? You don't necessarily get into the scene and start winning to everybody and just go to #1 just like that. And some teams tend to struggle with it. They just get disinvolved once they start losing a game or two. And, well, hopefully that's not the case in here. For now, I'm not too sure who's the one who didn't connect, but if it was a connectivity issue, hopefully they can sort that out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, we'll get it figured out. I do believe it was Voiceless was unable to connect, so
Okay.
we'll hopefully have better luck this time around. Maybe they had to, I don't know, maybe they had to restart their device, or who knows. Every once in a while we see a player unable to connect. It's just technology is great until it's not, right, Gil? Technology is great until it doesn't want to act right. But hopefully it
You gotta
won't
love
take
it
too
until
long.
you also gotta hate it.
What I'm
And,
actually, what I think I'm most interested in, Gil, obviously you competed in the girls' Dream Team staff exhibition event.
Mhm.
I'm interested to see if we see any of those girls wind up on any of these teams. Is something I'm looking forward to, because a lot of those girls were cracked, bro. Pepsi, Jules, Layla, obviously the entire roster of the Angels. So I'd be
Yeah.
interested to see if any of those girls made it on any of these rosters. Chat, I actually have not got a chance to look at like the rosters individually yet, so it'll be a surprise for me too.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that either, but I'd be thrilled to see it if I'm being honest. Like you mentioned, there's plenty and plenty of really good level on the girl scene, and it's always nice to see them jump onto the general area, or I don't know exactly how to call it, but for now, I don't think we've seen them. It'd be nice if I could get a hold onto that later, but for now I do gotta agree with you. It was pretty interesting to see them all playing on different rosters than usual, but the skill level was of course there. It doesn't matter if they had a heavy player that they had to carry, aka Verdict. But for now we're gonna be starting today.
All right, well, we are getting into the action, and I have already lost game sound. Oh, there it goes. All right, cool. I was getting a little worried there. We're getting ready to go back into that. Technology is great until it's not, but seems to have found its way back together. Starting off here, we've already got Verdict catching strays, and he ain't even here right now, Gil. So, I love it. I love the energy. Keep coming through with it. I mean, right now it's Explicit. They've got themselves a commanding lead here on this standoff P1, and in fact, Cartels is getting ready for P2 for this team here. And you can see he's trying to get those spawns anchored, and unfortunately for the side of the Reaper crew, right now, they just cannot seem to find any sort of movement forward. Trident is the only player with a kill on board so far for the side of the Reaper crew, and it's only one, so a basic full hold comes through for the side of Explicit on P1, and with the airstrike coming in, they are looking to hold that aggression for P2 as well.
Hey, on the other side of the spectrum, we're gonna get Sunny so far with 7 kills, all of those with a weapon. Now he's gonna be pushed by 2 players, finally gonna be taken down, but the streak he was building was just naughty, and on top of that, his allies just staying on those heals, allowing the enemies to, well, just struggle absolutely. Not a single point has been given to the side of Reaper crew. And as they continue to try to get inside, you said that they are accumulating a few more kills for them. Specifically, Wrench is the one with the most, but only 2 have been given. And the feed is completely too explicit. I gotta be honest. I don't think there's a way for them to win. Hopefully, they can at least try to work on those rotations so they can pick up a couple of points. But for now, that doesn't seem too doable.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. All right, well, we are getting into the action, and I have already lost game sound. Oh, there it goes. All right, cool. I was getting a little worried there. We are getting ready to go back into that. Technology is great until it's not, but it'll be a surprise for me too. All right, well, things are continuing. We've crossed into triple-digit skill for the side of Explicit, and they do not seem to be letting up. Another full hold does come through for them. Sunny's going to pop the Purifier. Has 13 kills on board for himself and is now getting himself on the hill and ready to start racking up some of that time. Slayer right now, basically on a blur nuke streak. He's on a 6-0, guys. He's also got 102 on the hill, so really playing objective heavy for the team. I think Slayer could use a little bit of caster curse here. Does have the banana mac in hands. Finds an extra one there. He does have a lightning and a cluster, as well as does have that sparrow available as well. And gets a little too aggressive, ends up dropping there. And I think he was on a 9 combo there, Gil.
Yes, trying to rock over for a nuke, but if you're going on a back-to-back spawn trapping situation, eventually you're gonna have to reload. Eventually you're gonna make a mistake, and that's exactly what happened to Slayer, ruling a really solid combo that ended up being stabbed at the end. Doesn't matter too much. The points still heavily in the side of Explicit, like you mentioned. That's almost 300% given already to a single side, and I see them rotating now early on the side of Reaper Crew. The utilities are going to be used. Trident is trying to stay inside so far with 2 kills. They are pushing. That's a triple kill for Synab with that Annihilator, cleaning that point entirely, and yet again not allowing Reapers to get a point.
Well, this might be looking to be a 250-0 Gil here. That was looking like the biggest opportunity that we had for the side of the Reaper Crew to possibly pick up some points, and the break comes through before they can even blink an eye. And, you know, chat, I understand we're spectating the side of Explicit quite a bit and not giving a lot of the limelight to the Reaper Crew, but, I mean, with the scoreline the way it is, let's keep watching people get kills, you know what I mean? So unfortunately, most kills for the side of the Reaper Crew right now, Gil, is 6 for Wrench. Drops off to 3 for Trident and Voiceless, and then 2 and 22 for Draugr. So, yikes, man. Yikes. Explicit are just dominating right now.
And I mean, we are going to get back onto the P1 reset, but I think there's no more than that for us to come as they continue to roll over their opponents, just stomping them, and at the same time being respectful by also trying to play the OVJ using those utilities, the operators. And the one with the most kills right now is Syna, but overall they are having pretty similar numbers. Only a few more seconds are going to be needed, and it seems like we're going to get a clean 250 to none. Big old donut. Reaper Crew tried their hardest left and right, up and down, but they couldn't do anything whatsoever in this game.
That is, I think, a big yikes is an understatement, Gil. That was an absolute landslide victory for the side of Explicit, and you know, breaking down this game is going to be very, very easy right off the rip. I mean, the lowest kills we have on the side of Explicit is 20. That's Sunny. The highest for the side of the Reaper Crew is 6 in Wrench. And you know, you start looking at the KDs for Explicit: 22 and 2, 24 and 3, 22 and 4, 20 and 4, 22 and 6. And I don't think the 250-0 scoreline should really shock anybody in that instance. Now, I don't want to just rag on the Reaper Crew the whole time, because they actually had some really good rotations. You know, for example, their rotation over towards P2 and their rotation over towards P4 were actually really solid. They just, I don't think they're up to par in the gun skill department to even have a chance of winning the Search and Destroy at this point.
And I mean, there's a way for them to learn that this is not the end. We're still gonna be heading at least to a game of Search and Destroy. And, well, even if they don't end up with a dub, they can still get this out of as a lesson. And I think they would play again even if they lose today, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% positive on that one. But it's pretty evident to us the fact that you mentioned Explicit are on a bit of a bigger level than the side of Reapers. but the only way for you to get to that level is by trying to beat them in the first place. The Mac 10 is banned. Okay.
Yeah, I think for the first 3 weeks of competition from the update.
Yeah. Okay,
So
wait.
congratulations, guys. We have a winner for game 1, and it is the Reaper crew. I think. Let me catch up with the admin.
Yeah, I wanna. I was reading that on
Oh.
the chat, but I wasn't too sure. So
All right, so the Mac 10 was supposed to be banned, but unfortunately it was not posted in tags, so this match it will be okay, but it was announced for the other matches that the Mac 10 is banned for 3 weeks. All right, well, so we don't actually have the Reaper crew winning. I was obviously trying to be a little bit funny there. Maybe it worked, maybe it didn't, but Gil,
oh, okay.
Explicit
I saw that. Yeah.
dominated that first game.
I mean, 250 to 0. I don't think I remember the last time I've seen that. I've seen close results, to 250 to like maybe 10, 20. This time, like you mentioned, they had the rotations, but when it came down to holding those positions, the gun skills was not allowing them to get any time inside. But really right-sided for the Explicit fellas. And I'm expecting more of the same on S&D, but at the same time, maybe the Reaper crew, like you mentioned, the rotations were clearly well executed, and that's something that can allow you to eventually get a round or two on something like Search and Destroy as well, right?
Man,
Would you say that's enough?
Gil, listen.
Not still winning, but like a round or two. A round or two is all I'm saying.
I think it's always possible to put up a round or two, but I think overall the side of the Reaper crew just don't honestly have a chance at this point, right?
Fair.
They had a long opportunity there. For I mean, even though it ended up being a short game, it was a 250 hardpoint, and in no instance of that game did I ever feel like they were up to par with Explicit's gun skill. And for Search and Destroy, when you've only got one life, you don't get those extra chances. Unless if you've got some crazy sniper talent that's about to put 20 on the board, then I don't see a Search and Destroy win happening. And I'm going to be honest with you, if we had some crazy sniper talent that was going to put up 20 on the board and Search and Destroy against Explicit, well, they probably put up more than 6 here.
All right. Well, we'll have to see about that. Like we previously mentioned, that's going to be a game of Search and Destroy on Hackney Yard. And if the teams stay this way, the side of Explicit will be attacking first, which is always an opportunity for you to play some mind games. But I would like to see a little bit of aggressiveness coming out of the side of Explicit, just trying to test the waters, like how deeply they can push onto enemies' backlines. And I don't know, maybe I think they're capable of it. You think we'll see some hyper aggressive strategies coming out of Explicit?
I'll be honest with you, I think we're going to see nothing but aggression out of Explicit. They came through improved in that game 1 that Reaper crew is just not at the level of competition that they need to be. So at that point, why hold back, right? I mean, it's pretty clear to us and everybody in chat. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say, well, maybe Reaper crew, maybe they're a Search and Destroy team. No, not after that hardcore performance. I mean, they just, as rude as it's going to sound, chat, they just are not ready for this level of competition. If Explicit is going to 250 you and not, not solo Explicit. I mean, this is basically hashtag stay DVS 2.0. You get 250 there, then you're just, it's not your time.
It's not, yeah. Nothing, absolutely nothing against them. It's just the fact that unfortunately the skill gap between one another is not too close necessarily. And yeah, I think everybody is mostly ready for this game. I don't know. I always like to go for a single player on S&D to keep an eye open for, specifically given the kills they got onto respawns. But you said, I think the difference between the lowest kills for Explicit and the highest was like maybe 4, 5 even. I think it was like 20 to 20.
I think Wrench had 6.
Oh, okay, 26. There you have it. And I don't think you can get to like a clear intel onto who maybe who may be ending up on top. Come on, Miss Merrick, what are you on to?
We- We're just waiting on our players to get readied up, guys, and it does look like the Reaper crew is finally ready to go. Have they changed their classes up and gotten to a position where maybe they can take a couple rounds of search and destroy, or even win? I mean, again, I think that's a stretch beyond the most wild stretch at this point in time. But maybe they are all just like really cracked in search and destroy, and maybe Explicit drop a couple rounds or a game. We'll have to see. I will say, for the side of Explicit, they are certainly a team of players that have not been the most consistent over the time that we've casted them, Gil. So we will we'll see if maybe this is their season. All right, I see nunchucks already.
Ooh, Saiba getting a snipe too. Another kill for Cartel, looking for the double sign-up. He's starting to hit those snipes, but now on the other side, Trident gonna be able to answer back. Trident going for a double, maybe he can get it using the Ross. There's a sniper, gets the double. 1 versus 3 left, the bomb is already down. Sign-up finds the third one. That's a clear round, and like we anticipated, nothing but aggression. They not only went for the kills, but at the same time also going for the plant, just trying to end up as quickly as possible in a way too.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Gil, and, well, we saw a couple kills come through for Trident there. He was able to pick up 2. I'm going to be honest with you, largely it was on the back of, one player rushing him with some boxing gloves and just didn't quite get the range, and then the other player was trying to no-scope him with the DLQ, so, yeah, it's hard to be confident in those couple kills, and, already off into this round. Is this whole team using the Russ? I mean, is PPSH, Russ? We got 1 DLQ, 3 RUSs, and a PPSH. What are we doing here, Reaper crew? I mean, surely...
I don't...
Oh, God. Surely they play rank, bro. But surely they play rank, and surely they know there are better gun options than the Russ, right? I mean, we had what, the Kilo and the CBR band? Is that right? No, Kilo.
SKS.
Kilo and SKS. So the CBR's available, and you're using the Russ? Bro, why? Why? Clearly they've played rank. Clearly they know the Russ is goated, right?
I mean, I'm just not at a loss of words. Right now they are with 1 player left, that's Queen Lala. Somehow they knew exactly where he was, I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's it's just interesting. I think I did see 1 player with a CVR. Maybe that was Wrench, if I'm not mistaken.
Wrench had a DLQ out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Wrench has a DLQ, Draugr has a PPSH, and then the other 3 are using a Russ. And, well, Sunny loses that gunfight. We have now an ICR for Queen Lala. Where's the M13, bro? Where's the M13? Where's the Type 25? Where's the... God, where's the ASFAL or the... Oh, man.
Where are the nunchucks? Where are they?
I feel like we're trolling right now.
Ooh. Queen Lala almost got a kill with a shovel, just pointing that out. Ended up not being the case. That looked to be like no scope. And I think we already called that day. At this point in time, it's just a matter of when this game is gonna be over, because Explicit are just doing it as fast as they humanly can. Wrench finds kill number 6 on the entirety of the team for the last 5 rounds. The last 4 and now the 5th one. Voiceless gets taken down. Queen Lala, like you mentioned, the ICR now going for a kill. The enemies are pushing with a melee weapon, and then she does get a kill, but still not gonna be enough. Somehow we turned this onto a 1 versus 2, but I think some people will qualify this as trolling. Oh, Trident.
It certainly feels like it, and I kind of thought we were gonna get a snipe out of Cartels there for a minute, but unfortunately his team rushed and did not allow, I think it was Queen Lala, to even peek top. So Trident, just kind of chilling in a corner right now. He knows he has bomb down. And, well,
Now he's dead.
that reaction time was not it, bro. I think homie took his hands off the phone for a second there.
Chilling. We're just chilling, you know.
AS Val only good in Caldera, Milo says. Yo, not true. Not true. AS Val way better than the ICR or the RUS.
True. Actually true. For now, I think we can go with Sonny. Sonny right now in the middle of a 1 versus 3, gonna start shooting at them. Finds one, goes for the second. His ally takes it away from him. Finds the double, takes the triple verdict. Sonny may know that this game is already over, but...
Can't believe I just got called verdicts, chat.
Wait. Say that again now?
I can't believe you just called me verdict.
Did I say verdict?
You totally did! Chat! I just got called a bot! Live on stream!
No, there's no way. I don't believe you. Did I?
Yo, chat, confirm in a minute. That Gil is trolling, bro. Yo, Verdict was catching strays earlier, and now I'm catching him. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough.
No, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. But whatever. All right, this was the 6-0 that some people were saying in chat. It came through, and well, just like that, Explicit moves on to later stages of these qualifiers. Well, evidently, Reaper Crew did not follow their dreams as they were anticipating, but they got a few kills. You could argue about the fact of how they got those, but they got a few kills.
I don't know. I mean, in the middle of kind of one of those last rounds, they all kind of blended together at that point, and I don't remember like which round was which, but I'm pretty sure we watched Sunny get a triple kill that last round, and the second kill was a 360 just for the fun of it. So I mean, Reaper Crew just listen. I'm sorry, Reaper Crew, but you guys aren't ready. I would love to see you continue to improve your skills and come back for a redemption tour one day, but yo, it ain't it. It just I don't know, man. Man. Yo, chat can confirm. Chat can confirm.
No.
We can't.
No.
We can't listen to methods. First of all, we can't listen to methods. You don't trust Miss Merc?
Wait. Hold there. I mean, she said, okay. I think they're reacting to the fact that you said that I said it, not the fact that I myself said it, okay?
Yo, somebody go back and clip it. Somebody go back and clip it, please, and thank you.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm sorry. I doubt that it happened, but if it did, I have no way to defend myself. Oh god.
How do you even apologize for such a travesty? That's the real question.
Like how do you come back from something like that, you know?
Yeah. I'm that might be the biggest L I've ever taken, chat. It is pretty rough. It's pretty rough, but we did have the flawless game, or flawless series rather, come through for the side of Explicit there, Gil. They got the 250-0 in the hard point. They got the 6-0 in the search and destroy. And they will be moving on to tomorrow, or actually I think they have tomorrow off. I think they go right into Thursday's games. We'll figure it out. We are going to take a short break though, Gil. We'll let you get some food and or beverage, or take a bathroom break. Same with you guys in chat. We're going to have just a quick 3 to 5 minute break somewhere in there while we get our other teams funneled into the lobby, and we will be right back.
Oh yeah, baby. That was dope. No lie.
All right, everybody, welcome back. I am sorry about the extended break, but after a long discussion with the admin team, we are actually going to cancel the Mobile Mayhem North American qualifiers, and instead we are going to give those 2 places to the top 2 teams that competed in Mobile Mayhem Girls that just wrapped up. So I'm sorry we don't have any more action for you guys tonight, Gil. I know you were excited to cast, but I think that's just the end of the line for NA qualifiers. Nothing but sadness.
I mean, what else can I say? Like, I was thrilled to be here for longer, but it seems like the decision was made, and well, it's there's the end of that day.
All right, guys, thank you all for coming by. We're gonna get you guys geared up for a raid, and we will see you guys back for Mobile Mayhem North America. All right, guys, we are of course kidding. We just you were all having a lot of fun in chat with that last one, so we wanted to mess with you guys a little bit. We are, of course, going to be gearing up for our Wicked Esports versus 6 Feet Under matchup. And Gil, I know you were mentioning you noticed a handful of these players, or recognized
Yeah,
them.
a few of them. I got to be with 3M, their manager, and I saw them play. And I definitely do believe that they have a lot of potential for a team. I'm sure that they're not at their fullest quite yet, but overall, I think they're a great team for potentially be an addition to the Mobile Mayhem roster once again. I want to say once again because if I'm not mistaken, they also were part of it last season, right? Or am I getting confused on this one? Was it only on LATAM? I remember I've seen Weekend on Mobile Mayhem, but I don't know if it was on.
I think it was in
NA or only
LATAM.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I think it was LATAM. There are a couple players that I do recognize from Wicked. I think the number one that players from or viewers from North America MM will notice is probably Bright. Assuming this is the same Bright that we've seen in the past. And then I do recognize a couple of the players from the BR scene, the likes of Reckless. I'm pretty sure I've seen Claps. But those are really the only 3 names that I recognize in the scene so far. Dazam for Wicked and Seiya player, I'm not entirely sure on. And the side of 6 Feet Under has Default, Crazy Boy, Red X, Nugget, and Venom Viper. And I do remember a Venom Viper from BR, but I don't think this is the same Venom Viper in the first place, so I don't know how relevant that is. Maybe someone will be able to confirm with us, but I don't even know where to begin on this matchup. Obviously, the last one I was saying, Explicit probably have a pretty sizable advantage, and sure enough, that was the case. But I just don't know here, Gil.
Yeah, for the side of Wicked, I would say the top 3 that I would look for are obviously Bright, you said it yourself, Reckless, and the Zoom is a player named Mammoth. And now that I say his name now, I'm reminded that yes, it was only on LATAM that I saw them, but yeah. I think if you were to ask me, coming from what I know from each side, I would say that Wicked could end up with a dove. I don't think it's gonna be as sizable as what we saw in the last one, but my bets would be on the Wicked fellas,
Definitely could be the case. I will say for our map picks and our weapon bans, Gil, this is certainly at least an interesting one. I don't think this is something that we'll see very often in this scene.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have takeoff hardpoint to start things off. Okay, no big deal. That's pretty normal. Meltdown, search and destroy. All right, I actually quite like meltdown, search and destroy. Standoff domination. Sure, that's a staple map and mode combo that any team that comes to compete in Mobile Mayhem or Champs or any sort of tournament level gameplay should be entirely familiar with. But the part that interests me of this skill is we have a ban on the SKS. Sure, fine. Sometimes, specific players I think warrant an SKS ban. Space has obviously been one in the past, but we also have a ban of the DLQ by 6 feet under, and I'm
DLQ.
confused. Yeah. So the
I
DLQ
mean,
and SKS are banned, but the Kilo, the
for
CBR,
neutral, you
Type
said?
25, 6 feet under.
They. Oh, I don't. Yeah, that doesn't. Both bans seem a little bit odd to me. If I'm being honest, the SKS can be a situational ban, but neither of the two make too much sense onto me. So, like you said, they can have a complete freedom of choice now. The type is there. The CVR is a weapon that's definitely been popping up on competitive. So, I guess it's all do or die for these teams now. But I mean, at the same time, we could see someone using a locus, but how much that's something that you may see on S&D. What about the other two, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think both bans are pretty questionable. Again, I think the SKS is one that we use, or well, not we. Players use more as a targeted ban when they know someone is specifically good with it. Because while the SKS, in my opinion, obviously it's a very high reward. If you have a player that's good with it, because you have obviously the potential to 2-tap at any distance, you have the potential to 1-tap to the head. That's all fine and dandy, but it is a substantially harder weapon to use than something like the Kilo or the CBR or the Type in the current meta. So we see a couple players excel with it, but a lot of times, as much as they complain that it's OP or whatever, like we don't see a lot of players actually do well with it. So it feels weird to see the SKS banned as much as we have, especially with the player pool that we've experienced so far. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that's gonna
Yeah, the
certainly
decision making is questionable at best.
yeah. I
But
certainly would expect with the talent that we've seen on the table so far and already this draft. I'm a little concerned at how this match is going to go. I think I'm with you that Wicked probably has a little bit of an edge just based off of the organization and we know what they bring to the BR scene. So we know they know the kind of talent to look for in multiplayer as well. But 6 feet under, as rude as this may be, I did see several people in chat mention that 6 feet under is only slightly better than Reaper Crew. So Wicked, if that's true, at least Wicked could be getting a pretty easy win here. And I'm sorry we're taking a while to start up, guys. We are unfortunately still waiting on 3 players to ready up. So, hopefully the admins will start spamming the start button to remind players to ready up. Would be the cause of action here. But I don't know, Gil. I don't know. I had higher hopes for qualifiers.
Yeah, it's definitely a surprising start, and not necessarily for the reasons that you could have anticipated. And well, we're gonna be going to a map like Takeoff. I think overall the rotation is quite alright. I like it. Maybe Takeoff is not necessarily my favorite on hardpoint, but it can lead to some interesting situations. I think as per usual, the team who manages to go from point specifically 3 and 4 next to each other could allow to a big amount of control. But we definitely need to get the intel from 6 feet under. That's the same thing that happened to us with the Reaper crew, but I hope that is not gonna be the same scenario though. I hope it's similar in the sense that we don't necessarily know the names, but not the same as the results that ended to if you think about it, not a single point in either of the game for the Reaper crew.
All right, we are just waiting on Claps to ready up, and we'll get you guys into the game. If you guys know Wicked Claps, make sure you DM him on Discord and say, "Bro, ready up." It's been an hour already, Gil. We had one best of 3 that was over in 14 minutes. Guys, come on. You guys have literally been in the lobby for 10 minutes. Where is the... Yeah, what on earth? All right, so Claps readies up, and now Crazy Boy unreadies. Yo, we are about to throw hands with these teams, chat.
They better ready up or stuff is about to go down. Come on, Crazy Boy. We are literally just waiting for you. Like you mentioned, come on, admin, just pressure them, press that button as many times as it is necessary. And I mean, I don't know. At this point, I think we've said all we could, and that could even open the window of the fact that, well, they're taking too long, right? At this point, if that game was over at 14 minutes, then it's been a while since we've had a game, so we need them to do it about now, and it's already late.
Yeah, we are certainly getting there. I did look in the Discord, and it does look like we maybe only have 4 players in the Discord right now for 6 Feet Under, or at least in the voice call. So hopefully they'll get that sorted out here soon for you guys. Because listen, we obviously don't want to sit around here and wait any more than you guys do. When is the game starting? Yo, Tribe Night. Trust me, bro. I am right there with you. I am already here with you. Chill Claps fixing his classes. Yo, Wawa, my dude. We have been in the lobby for 11 minutes. We've been in the lobby for 11 minutes. How long does it take someone to fix their classes? Our point's supposed to last 10 minutes. Okay, let's be real here. Is that Molly? Bro, we
It's Molly.
yeah, we the 10-minute timer is one thing. That first match was not 10 minutes. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The whole series was just over 10 minutes. Pretty rough. Wick gonna give 6 Feet Under a free dub. Yo, Adrian, that's a bold claim, my dude.
All right, everyone's ready, and we are not starting yet. Come on, goal. I think it's goal, maybe? Question mark. Yes. We are now waiting on you to.
Oh, thank God.
Hey, we're there. We got it. We've made it through.
I swear, Gil, if anybody disconnects or doesn't connect to the game, I am gonna lose it, bro.
I am personally gonna tag the next teams and we go to the next series.
We should be in the search and destroy by now, if you want me to be real. I understand having to fix your classes because maybe you're a persistence ranked warrior and you don't want to DQ your team. Bro, that don't take 15 minutes. That don't take 15 minutes. Homie was literally like custom making 10 classes in the pregame lobby. All right, well, we're starting on off, and Wicked are the first on the hill, Gil.
First on the hill, some points going to be given to the side of Claps. He's the one holding the point for the time being alongside with Reckless. Both of them defending. Reckless got taken down, and so far we are getting the action coming from the Wicked members. From the 6 Feet Under, I think, yeah, Crazy Boy currently playing with the Kilo, with the Mythic skin and Diamond Camo as the team are rotating towards P2. While at the same time completely forgetting about P1 and those 40 plus points given to the Wicked members. I don't think they're looking to fight no more, but at the same time, I'm not too sure how long that defense is going to go, but at least for now, they're already there.
I was trying to use the spectator client there for its intended purpose and, kind of get an idea of what guns we had for everybody in the game, and well, didn't fully give me the information I was looking for, but it looks like mostly we've got M13, Kilo, and CBR. So, listen, as much as I, don't want to talk crap about, one of the last teams that competed, the RUS just ain't it. For the whole team to use it was certainly questionable in the, nicest capacity of the term. And, you know, at least this time around, we have players using, you know, guns that are at least appropriate for the meta, and I think we'll stand a little bit more of a chance, even if Wicked have a 80-point lead right now. It's a quite convincing one. Seiya, I'm pretty sure just pred-missiled his own team.
I
Interesting.
didn't catch that. A little bit of trolling coming from that department, but for now, 3-digit numbers, over 100 now, as they are on to the next kill. I'm talking about the side of 6 feet under. I think last time, understandably so, we didn't do a listen in, but would you like to join the side of Wicked just for a little while?
Yeah, let's go and see how the energy is.
Secret.
Secret.
Muerto.
Tienen ellos spawn.
Ve.
Ah,
Médico.
dos spawn. Van a main.
No, médico.
Ya me lo tomo.
Ah, pendejo soy.
No, vale.
Dos main.
Ayuda.
3. Vete a
Ayuda.
tocar.
Hay otro por medio.
Main. Secret.
Main.
Entonces,
2,
vamos
3
a-
main. No digan que
Ah,
entre,
main. No entran aquí.
Tengo otro lado.
Métase.
No digan que entre.
Tienen tag, hay uno no vale, bueno.
No.
Secret.
No hagamos punto.
Cuidado a medio.
Next.
Van,
dale.
ya hay dos azul, hay dos azul. Top azul.
Top azul.
Métanse.
Uy. Muerto. Punto no.
Muerto headshot con el boxing.
Digo, dale.
No, en L, amarillo.
En
Otro
amarillo.
Dentro amarillo dos.
Están todos en cono.
Parecen todos en conos.
Ya. Vigile medio.
Uno P2. Cuidado contigo, puedo.
Creo que
Amarillo,
viene en medio,
Que tiro amarillo.
Pedo.
Van estadio.
Viene en puerta, creo.
Uno se va a la derecha. Muerto.
Pedos tocados.
Fuente.
Puerta, bueno.
Sí.
Dale en secret.
Dos secret. Sí.
Tocado. No se salga.
Ya hay P2, hay dos P2.
Well, this match is looking about as close as the first one, Gil. It's 225-0 right now, and you know, going back to one of the comments in chat earlier that 6 feet under is slightly better than Reaper Crew. That's, you know, right now about looking to be the case. They've got some more kills on board, but they have not found any time on the hill, and well, obviously we're not playing team deathmatch. We are playing hardpoint, and with only 13 points to go, I'm thinking this one is probably over right here and right now, Gil. I'd be surprised if 6 feet under made a break happen here.
So far, they're using their operators. Nuggets is gonna get the kill. Everything's clear. Maybe they're no, they're not gonna get points. Nugget does get a double kill. Goes for the triple
They got a
kill.
point!
And there you have it. The point was needed. Now we can say it. 6 feet under on top. Oh wait, they got some more. Hey, there you go.
Hey, let's
They have
go.
it. I thought it was. I don't know what happened at the end there for Weekend, but that leads to 3 points for. Oof. The not necessarily the start that we were thinking of, right, Day?
Bro, Tectonic came by late and said, TF, y'all mean another one? Tectonic, that is correct. Our first game with Explicit was a 250-0, and you know what? We didn't get another one, chat. We didn't get another one. 6 feet under came and was slightly better. That is right.
You're
So
making a statement.
whoever that was in chat earlier that called that, kudos. Absolutely spot on. But the 250-3 does come through Gilmania, and very similarly to our first conversation going into the Search and Destroy, I quite honestly don't know how much I believe in the side of 6 feet under to pick up anything here momentum-wise in the Search and Destroy. They fared slightly better against their opponents this time around. You know, for the last matchup, top kills was 6. We've got a 12, we've got an 11, we've got 2 8s, we've got a 5. So we're already like way, way above. But I just, in comparison, you look at Saya coming through with 27, Bright with 30, Claps with 17, Reckless and Dazam with 14 apiece. I just don't know that the gun skill is going to match up enough here, and I think Wicked probably just comes through with the Search and Destroy win. The one kind of wrench in the mix is, again, we have a ban on the SKS and the DLQ, so maybe Wicked's at a little bit of a hindrance in the sniper talent, and maybe that's why 6 Feet Under came through and banned the DLQ. Maybe they know a little bit more about Wicked than we do and just are really scared of that DLQ in the Search. But I don't know, Gil. Right now, I'm not feeling super confident in the side of 6 Feet Under at all.
Yeah, they definitely fought a little bit better than the previous match, but the control was not there. When we joined the call, it was pretty evident to me that Wicked wanted to go for the same result. They wanted the 250 to none, but they lost control. You know, they got too confident with what was going on, and I don't know. At this point, there's not much else for us to say. We saw it last time. We might see it again. Just a super left-sided scenario in which, Explicit abused their skill level to get the dub, and now we see the same from Wicked. This is going to be a game of Search and Destroy on Meltdown, with the fact that 6 Feet Under are also going to be on the offensive side first. I always like to be positive. I want to see like a round or two for them, and the fact that the kills they gotten was definitely higher, that there's no doubt about that. Plus, they are on the offensive side on Meltdown. I'm not going to say I think, but I hope that they get a couple rounds, you know?
Well, Meltdown is certainly a map that can benefit a strong sniper lineup, right? Especially if your team is going to focus their presence towards the B side of the map. So again, maybe it's something that 6 Feet Under know that we don't, and they were just completely on board with give them the kilo, give them the CBR, we need that DLQ banned. So we'll have to see as we get on into the game if Wicked are going to be, you know, pulling out the Locust, the Rytech. God, we've seen Outlaw used in the past. I mean, we'll have to see if that is going to be towards their strategy. And if so, on a map like Meltdown, I mean, at that point, 6 Feet Under, why bother banning the DLQ? When you're on the offense, you can just make the objective decision to go to the A site and eliminate a large use of the sniper sight lines in the first place. So this one will certainly be interesting. We do have all of our players readied up, so we should be getting into the game here shortly. And there it is, Gil.
There it is, Search and Destroy map number 2. The side of 6 Feet Under are, like we mentioned, planting these explosive device first. I think we can go, I think it was default, one of the players that got some decent double-digit numbers. We can start there for the 6 Feet Under crew members. And I am actually lagging day, so you can take it away.
All right, well, guys, we are into the action. It's round 1 here between 6 Feet Under and Wicked. Who do we think is going to come through with this one? I know, obviously, if you were a betting man, Gil, I think you're leaning with the side of Wicked here, especially after the 250 to 3 win in the hard point. And sure enough, they do come through and they open things up with 1 round. We did see a couple kills come through for the side of 6 Feet Under, though. We did get 1 for Red X and 1 for Nugget, so that is quite possibly at least a bit of signs of life. And I think I am going to hop on through all the players of 6 Feet Under and see if I can find anybody sniping here. We have an MSMC in play for Nugget. What is going on?
Okay. Not only with the MSMC, but also carrying this bomb. His allies do get a 1-for-1 trade. The aggressionness from Mahmoud, they are going to pay off. Still trying to go for more. The Zoom, aka Mahmoud, holding on to the DLQ that I was talking about earlier. Reckless gets a kill but gets taken down. Bright gets another. The trades are going on in here heavily, but this MSMC is not capable of too much. He does get a kill before dying. They're sort of close to finding themselves around, but this is like some weird team deathmatch scenario, you know? It almost feels like they're just aiming for the kill, not even thinking about the OVJ whatsoever.
All right, well, our third round is underway here, Gil. So far, Wicked have been absolutely running away with it. I did see Red X is sniping, or was sniping, for the side of 6 feet under, but they've now opted to instead go to the A site and try their opportunities there, and it has not worked out this time either. We're looking at a 3 versus 1, 6 feet under. It's default, last live. At least he's got the CBR in hand, but Bright, here's the player making the rotation up top, does get some shots. Default's going to find one onto Dizam, gets the turn,
Ooh.
aims a little bit low with the deagle, and is not able to get that kill, and Wicked lead 3-0. Is it too late to register? Yo, Keo, right? I'm, like, ready to register. Honestly. Yeah, maybe we'll do another staff exhibition match, Gil, at the end of this. We'll do a Mobile Mayhem staff team versus all the teams that lost qualifiers.
Imagine that. That could be interesting, you know? They can, like, make us shut your mouth. But for now, Saya gonna find a triple verdict. Triple kill for Saya player. Bright gets another. Default is left alone. This CVR can only do too much. Does find a kill. Does find a double. Takes out the deagle once again. Finds a knock, but not a knock. Sorry, a hit marker. But Reckless gonna finish him off. And I don't know if it was me, but I felt like that double kill. Were they like not shooting at him? Or am I going crazy? I felt like they were not even shooting at him.
It did feel that way. It did feel that way. In chat, we are not going to listen in during Search and Destroy. We don't do that. We did that one time, and it was pretty disrespectful. Yeah, we ain't doing that again. We're not. Well, it wasn't even the same scenario, right? But yeah, we don't do Search and Destroy listen-ins for a reason, and we ain't gonna start here.
And well, for now, this is gonna turn into a 3 versus 9. Mahmoud finds the snipe. That Locust putting in the work, loading to about 2 or 3 kills for the Zoom. 3 kills total. That sniping, helping the team to be on a 5-0. Teams are gonna flip spawns. And I said that being on the offensive side could allow them to get at least a couple rounds, maybe 1. Turns out that was not the case, and we see the aggression from the side of Wicked. Slaya gets a kill. They're going for more inside of there. Nugget finally gets another with that MSMC. Mamoon trying to go for the melee kill. Not gonna happen. Reckless finds another somehow in there. We're gonna have the 3 remaining players for 6 feet under versus 2 more enemies. But Reckless is now shoving these Renetti up their bodies nowadays.
Oh, claps. MW11 in hand is on the chase towards Nugget. Can they make it happen? MSMC. Nope. Renetti comes through a little bit too strong. And the 6-0 win does come through for the side of Wicked. And they take a 2-0 in the series. Chat, y'all are toxic. Y'all are toxic. So toxic.
What did I even mean? Is what
they've been spamming comms with 6 feet under for the past like 5 minutes.
Imagine, bruh. Okay, yeah, I agree. Come on now, Chad. You're better than that. And well, we can take a look at the stats, I guess, but the results are like a copy paste from the last time we had SMD tonight. With a set of 6 feet under, just trying their hardest, but still not being enough. Bright, you said it. He was a player for us to keep our eyes onto, and he ended up with the MVP here on SD with 9 kills total. Another clean 2-0 victory, and just like that, we're already past half of the games we have tonight. Has the games over.
I am. I'm looking at some of our upcoming talent for the next game, and I definitely think you guys will recognize a lot of the talent from Midnight Gaming. But we may be in another instance where I'm looking at the lineup of the Vandals, and I just don't know anybody there. And listen, that's not to say that they can't come through and be somebody and put through a good performance, but I have been casting Mobile Mayhem North America for a long, long time, Gil, and if I haven't seen your name by now, I do think there might arguably be a reason for that, right?
Yeah, understandably so. It's the most of the scene that you've seen in the past days. So, well, I do give them a star for the effort, but they still got a bit of a way to go in order to actually be capable of fighting back against these teams. And now, like you mentioned, Midnight will go versus Vandals, but for that, I think we might need to go to a small intermission, right?
We absolutely will. We have a quick word from COD Mobile on the way out, guys, and we will be back for you guys as soon as we can.
Oh yeah, baby. That was dope. No lie.
All right, everybody, welcome back, and we are getting ready for our Vandals versus Midnight Gaming matchup. All the players are in. All the players are, theoretically ready at this point. We've got them all in their voice chats, so hopefully, Gil, we'll be able to blow through this one pretty quickly as far as the setup goes. We have Midnight, which is going to be a lot of players that I think people will recognize. We've got Debenji, aka Annabella, Nerdy, Asta, Kumia, and Shotzi. And they're going up against the likes of the Vandals, which is JFDZ, Damien, Galax, Frisky, and Dark's Funeral.
It's funeral. When it comes down to names, I like the names, you know? Vandals, I'll give you that point. Absolutely.
Does name translate to winning power, though?
I mean, I once again don't necessarily know the team. I'm just saying that the names are cool. The names are cool. And maybe it does. Who knows? I've seen people like do say that names bring you powers, and this could be the case. They start just wiping everyone out left and right.
That's like an instance of what for Dragon Ball. It's like the louder you scream, the stronger your attack is, or if you're playing
Absolutely,
like Street
exactly, the perfect example.
or playing like Street Fighter, the harder you mash the buttons, the more damage your attack does.
Or when you're driving and you turn your whole body to the left, you go more to the left. That's just physics. It's how it works. That's video games.
All right, you want to run us through our map picks and weapon bans?
I don't think I have those available.
All right, then I will do it. All right, no big deal. To start things off, guys, we are going to have a hard point on slums. For Game 2, we'll be looking at a Hackney Yard Search and Destroy, and if we made it to a Game 3, we'll be looking at a Summit Domination. We do, once again, have the SKS ban. That one's coming through from the side of Vandals and Midnight Gaming. They have opted to ban out the Kilo, and I think for the presumably higher tier team, or at least upper tier team as far as like a seeding would go, I think that's always a safe ban because a weapon like the Kilo, it's the strongest weapon in the meta. It's more of a equalizer than anything else, right? If both teams have a weapon that is incredibly easy to use at all ranges, then that kind of cuts into what could potentially be a skill gap between them, right? You're forced to use something that's not quite as easy. Now, granted, you know, the quite as easy doesn't drop too far. You know, you go down to the CBR or the Type 25 or the ASVAL, and they're all still very, very easy to use weapons, right? But overall, I think really solid ban out of Midnight. I'm still kind of questioning the SKS ban at this level of competition, but you know, more power to the Vandals, and we'll have to see if they have anything that they can do with it.
Hopefully we'll see them play with something besides the RUS, but yeah, it's gonna be on a map like Slums. I still have pretty mixed feelings with this one. I don't know. It's been a map that ever since I started playing it on Black Ops 2, it felt weird to me to play. But when it came down to watching it from the outside, it felt more natural. So yeah, I don't know what these two teams are gonna be doing, but for now, we're already gonna get geared up for the first one of this match day. Vandals and Midnight Gaming. Who do you want to go for first? Who should be spectating?
Well, I think Nerdy wants us to spectate him. He seems to think he's gonna nuke, so we'll see what happens. Yep. Chat, let us know who you got in the chat there, and you know we'll keep a tally of who says what. We actually won't, but you know, let your teams know that you're here to support them. Off the start, we've got Darks, was almost able to find a kill onto Shotzi, but couldn't quite bring it together. M13 in hand. This is definitely a solid weapon for the current meta, specifically with the Kilo band. And Darks actually picks up a two-piece. Annabella and Nerdy both get absolutely dumpstered right there.
Watching at Shotzi, he's surprised by Damian, almost got taken down, but his allied was there to save the day, still being alive. Shorty with 2 kills, going for the third one, gets taken down by none other than Dark's Funeral. Like I told you, the name does give you power so far. With 4 kills, unfortunately for them, they don't have the point control quite yet. The first 40 seconds have been given, and there you go. Finally, they're going to be inside, but at the same time, rotations already all the way for the side of Midnight Gaming, who not only have the spawns, but also have the positioning overall. They've spread out evenly, and I'm now looking at Asta.
Oh!
Down. Yeah, Asta dead.
Asta was on a blur nuke streak. He was on 7 and ends up biting off a little more than he can chew there. Nerdy does peek the corner, takes down Damien. It's a 30-point lead for the side of Midnight right now, and you know, I don't know if I want to dog him out too hard, but I'm going to anyway. So we were kind of chilling in chat with Midnight a little bit before the game started, And, you know, obviously they were joking around, but, you know, after watching those first 2 matches, they had obviously mentioned, Gil, that if the enemy team gets more than 10 points, they were going to disband. Obviously they were joking, but we do have 16 points and a break coming through for the side of Vandals. So actually the closest game we've had so far tonight.
They're rotating pretty efficiently. The side of Vandals are going to get there first through the smoke, through the trophy systems. They are beginning to take their positions. Right now, I think we can go with Damien. He's going to be the one to fight first with the M13 in hand. A little bit of pre-fire, goes for the shots, but the Tag 5 was the use. The push is going to come through. The aggression working to the side of Midnight, clearing the space out. And right off the bat, taking everyone out, but also going to be the same case for them. It seems like Vandals do have a way to fight back. Like you mentioned, the closest we've had today, which is not necessarily hard to fight against, but Vandals doing an okay-ish job, I want to say.
All right, well, so far, we've got another break onto a hill coming through for the side of the Vandals. They're sitting down about 48 points right now, but obviously they could find a break here. Instead, it is the last remaining player, JFDZ, does get dropped. He was part of a 3-peat for the side of Midnight. Now crossing into triple digits, Midnight are looking to make the rotation over. They've got to make a break here into this P4. All they've got to hold things down right now is Asta, who's obviously been on a bit of a tear. He's got 18 and 3 on board, picks up an assist there. He's now looking to push back and be the anchor for the team. Shotzi was just on a 4 combo, but does get dropped. And it does look like the first little bit of trickle time is going to go over in favor of the side of Midnight. Now Asta peeking around the corner. He's able to find an extra one, gets an assist there as well, but gets taken down by Dark's Funeral with, wait, where was that grenade from? My guy, what a nade.
What an A indeed, and I want to say that the side of Vandals are truly getting the kills. The problem is they are not getting the control inside of the objectives. They have been capable of winning all of these gunfights, but if you're not getting your players inside, you're not getting as many points as you'd like. As we get into a point where the side of Midnight getting an over 100 points lead here. A lot of nades are being thrown. Shots are going to be taken down. Damien getting inside, going for the kills, has to reload, going back and forth, wants to get the points, but not gonna work out. And I was also looking at Galax from behind. He was literally shooting at an enemy who was not even looking at him, and unfortunately was not capable of getting a kill.
Well, I don't know if you caught on, Gil, but Asta was actually AFK there for a while and has completely disconnected from the game. So we're now looking at a 4 versus 5. And this is a giant opportunity for the Vandals to start making the comeback happen. They've got an extra body for the objective. They've got an extra body for anchoring point, for making those rotations. And that could be a rough spot for the side of Midnight here.
Rough spot indeed. So far, they're still not filling it quite yet, but when the rotation starts, maybe we could be singing a different song. As we can see the side of Vandals overtake for a couple of seconds. Immediately, Midnight bouncing back up. Galax wants to get the points. Galax trying his hardest to get inside, but he is going to be spotted. And that is just more and more points to the side of Midnight Gaming, who may have one less player, but got the heart of a full team still. And, well, they are still willing to do whatever is needed to actually get this game. Problem is, like I mentioned, the rotation, and it is going to be better for the side of the Vandals.
All right, well, Darks, he was able to pick up a big equalizer kill earlier, but is going to fall here to Nerdy. Despite it being a 4v5, the side of Midnight continued to roll forward with the score. And I think let's go ahead and jump down into a listen-in. They're in a 4v5 and they're still winning here. So let's go hear that energy that they have, trying to make sure that they don't go down in this series.
Go.
Hey, play that OBG. Play that OBG.
Yo, deep.
Too deep. Hey, start rotating. Get in there. Hey, I'm a contest.
Go next. Go in fountain. I'm in fountain.
I'm going next.
I'm going mechanic. I'm playing fountain.
Yeah, I'm blue. I'm gonna try and kill them off blue.
Yeah, they're rotating blue. One of them is coming blue. One of them is coming blue.
You want me to smoke
One's
it off?
up. One's grave. No,
Smoke it
no,
off
you're
for
good.
you.
You're good. No,
Okay,
no,
okay,
no,
okay.
you're good. You're good.
Okay, they smoked it off. They smoked it off.
Grave lit.
I'm looking at
Grave lit.
Two blue van. It's two blue van. It's two blue van. Two blue van. It's two blue van.
Grave. What the fuck? Peek me, you fat ass. One blue. Yeah, I got tag. I'm using tag.
I got two. 3 more.
I'll stay found.
Two more.
Yeah, help him on the hill.
There's a DM. There's a DM.
I got found.
Got two in hill. Got two in hill.
That's fishy.
Yeah. One more hill.
They naded. Hey, push together. One pushed up laundry.
One's watching back entrance.
Yo, one grade. I mean,
Justin,
only one left in hill.
Laundry. Dead. That's laundry.
Go next.
Yeah,
Go
next. We can win off next. Full focus. Leave that alone.
Got one now.
Oh, you fat bitch! There's two old.
All right, well, Nerdy, certainly a vocal player. Gil, I think my favorite thing of that entire listen-in was Nerdy was over by blue, and there was certainly some explicit language used that I'm not going to repeat, but I think the call was peek me, and then he immediately got dumpstered. I think that's my favorite part of the entire listen-in, to be honest with you.
God, I was just losing it, man. I was losing it. They are certainly trying to win this game, but it's just not easy. You can hear in their voices. They know that this game got tougher, but they are still willing to do what's needed. Definitely the voice comes where a big plus onto this. But for now, they are finally getting a couple more points, and like I mentioned, those rotations is what's hurting them the most. Fortunately for them, they got initially a lot of points that helped them not to struggle as much, but slowly but surely, Vandals are getting closer and closer. They're getting more and more points. That almost 150 lead that the side of Midnight had has turned onto less than 100. Now the problem is, can the side of Midnight actually get those 10 seconds left? Ooh, they're gonna lead that uncontested for a couple of seconds. That's the biggest issue. Even if you have the control advantage, when your enemy is so close to victory, a single second can make a difference.
Yeah, it absolutely can, and with only 7 points to go, can Midnight make the 4v5 happen, or is this pretty much going to be a nail in the coffin? Well, we'll have to see. Nerdy is pushing on up. He's got 24 on board. He finds kill number 25. He has his tack available, but can't quite get it off before Darks, who has 33, comes through and takes him down. Darks has certainly been the most electric member of the lineup of Vandals here so far, at least in my opinion. And now a couple more seconds come through. The break is here for the side of Midnight, and they are able to get the 250 to 173 win despite being in a 4v5. I believe Asta disconnected on 18 kills earlier. And again, I don't think he rage quit and left or anything. He was playing, and then in the middle of a gunfight, he just stopped. And when he respawned after that, he was pretty much just still for the better part of a minute, and then it finally took him out of the game. So Midnight, they come through with not a super convincing, but a 4v5 win is convincing enough, right? 36 kills for Shotzi, 25 for Kumia, 26 for Nerdy, 23 for Annabella. We look over at the opposition, and Darks was actually Fryan Gill. 33 kills on board for him, 25 for Damien, 23 for JFDZ, 16 for Frisky, and only 10 for Galax.
That's what this is all about. Day, you gotta get a cool name, you get more skill, you get a Bobby skin, and you get more damage. This is all like a big chunk of different opportunities for you to do better. Dark's Funeral definitely took advantage of that, and that's the only player on positive numbers for the side of Vandals, you know? Yeah, we do have also Damien with neutral, 25 to 25, but he was there. 33 kills for him, like you mentioned. I definitely feel like if the side of Vandals was able to break through the first P1 reset we had, we could have had a different outcome at the end here, you know? Well,
I think one thing I do got to point out, and this is going to be a very similar circumstance or scenario as to what we were talking about earlier when several of our other teams did get out fragged pretty massively. Despite having a player leave or disconnect early on the side of Midnight, they had 110 kills, and the side of Vandals only had 107. So looking at the likes of Galax and Frisky, you guys gotta step the kills up a little bit. Frisky did find quite a few kills there towards the end of the game, but early on it was certainly not looking pretty. And that's going to be a big deciding factor for the next matchup here, especially if we have a fifth player return for the side of Midnight, right? So going into the search and destroy, I do believe I still see Asta in the Discord with them, so I likely am anticipating him to be reconnecting for that. And off the backs of a 250 to 173 win, can we see another 2-0 come through for the side of Midnight Gaming? Does look like Asta is back in the lobby, guys. We are just waiting on a couple players to get readied up, and we'll get you into our search and destroy on Hackney Yard.
Definitely plausible for us to see yet another 2-0 victory. Would be a surprise to no one as how good they were doing when they had the full-on roster playing against the vandals. And wait a second. Maybe he was not back, I'm not 100% sure. I think they're getting a sub. It seems like he was in the lobby purely because of, the game can be glitchy, So if that's the case, I still would be rooting for the side of Midnight into winning this game, if I'm being honest. But really unfortunate for Asta, stuff like that. We were literally talking about this earlier. The fact that the internet, the technology can just fail you at any given moment.
Yeah, that is certainly true. I'm not entirely sure who Paris is. Obviously, it's going to be a name change from one of their existing players, or it's someone who got in that shouldn't have got in. I mean, hopefully that's not the case, but we do have Asta subbing out, and looking at the rest of the lineup, we alternatively have a Hermes, a Dante, and a Data C, and none of those say Paris. So maybe the admins will let us know.
I'll have to check on that one.
Yeah,
I'll have to get info about that. I'm beginning to see a lot more people starting with a one-word kind of names. Pretty short, Paris, nerdy.
You gotta have something original to yourself, right? You know how much money people were paying for like 3-letter Xbox gamer tags just to have it be a short gamer tag?
Mm-hmm.
Buku bucks. Buku bucks.
My opinion doesn't even make sense, but I've seen that. Yeah. What was your Xbox gamer tag, huh, Day?
You're looking at it.
Has it always been Day nominee?
Before this, it was Vesta, Vesta.
Okay.
Yep. Character from a game I used to play. So.
Vesta.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right, so people are saying that Harris is good. Fair enough. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, we're already loading in to the match day. Search and destroy once again over onto the Hackney Yard map. And everybody's loading in just like that. Pretty fast, pretty efficient. And I'd say we get a little bit of screen time over to the new sub member for Midnight. That's going to be Paris.
All right, let's see what Paris brings to the table. Are they?
Well, a lot of needs.
Are they Paris Legion? No, probably not.
I didn't hear.
Hopefully everybody gets that joke, but
how are they playing this round? That's pretty odd coming from the side of Midnight. They're over aggressive as per usual. It doesn't even matter, Nerdy gets one, Nerdy gets a double. Kumia does get taken down, but it doesn't matter. 2 more kills for them. The only player left was Frisky. And it almost feels like the side of vandals were just trying to hide under a shell or something like that, but couldn't do it on time. They just got spotted, they got surprised and taken down just like that. 1-0 favoring, as we could have anticipated in a way, favoring the side of Midnight Gaming.
All right, well, a couple big kills do come through for Shotzi there. Paris was able to find one on board, but, oh, well, we switch over just in time for Shotzi to find 4 kills that round. Takes the 2-0 lead in favor of Midnight. And my goodness, we need to see the Vandals wake up here because they actually put up a heck of a fight in the hard point. Now, granted, that does largely seem to have been because of, you know, obviously it ended up being a 4v5. I think the game got much closer after that, obviously. But, you know, again, they put the most points up in the first hill than we've seen the previous 2 matchups have combined, right? So
Yeah. That's something to their advantage, to their favor. Absolutely, this time around, for some reason, and strategy that you don't see too often, the offensive team are gonna be split across the board, across the map. So for Galix, alongside with JF, I'm just gonna call him JF. In here, gonna be to the left side, and might find themselves versus Nerdy. Nerdy still waiting, trying to surprise someone here. Just patiently, it seems like they decided not to be as aggressive. Par is gonna be spotted. Shotzi answers back by eliminating Dark's Funeral, and I was told that actually Paris is a new talent that they are coaching actually, and saying that they got a lot of potential. Okay, we'll have to see that. So far, not necessarily the greatest scenario, but it's only the beginning. Only 2.5 rounds so far.
Well, Frisky was able to pick up one there, but unfortunately for them, they walk right past Nerdy in the corner. He's able to find one before being taken down, and now we're actually in a good position for the side of...
Oh.
Yeah, great position for the side of Vandals. They're in a 3v1, and for whatever reason, unknown to me, Kumia just, as the bomb plant is going down, decides he wants to absolutely just madman push into the smoke and try to get the kill, and... Well, guess what, homie? There were 3 people there waiting for you, and that is going to be a round going over to the Vandals. So not only did they score more points than we've seen all night in the hard points, well, they've got more points in search as well.
Showing to us what they are here for. Trying, just like the others, but with better results here. I've seen that, well, Frisky got 3 kills so far, playing with a Type 25. With a jungle militia. I don't know. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that word actually, but so far being the player with the best numbers in here. Gonna be waiting through the right side. They are not really looking for a plant quite yet. They want to take a pick up earlier. Frisky trying to go for some wall banks. They don't want to get that surprised by Nerdy anymore, and that's a good choice. And I feel like now that we see Midnight being less aggressive, it didn't work as great as the first 2 rounds did for them, right?
Well, again, this is the closest search we've seen all night, so we'll have to see how it develops for the side of the Vandals, because they were able to find that round. Oh, Nerdy with a big peek takes down Damien. And does open up kind of the gate a little bit for the side of Midnight, and they have burned down a lot of their opponent's time. Nerdy, in fact, comes through, finds an extra 2. Make it 4 this round. Uh-oh, Paris, are you going to steal it? No, Paris gets dumpstered. Nerdy, looking for the ace! Nerdy! Absolutely nasty.
Absolutely nasty. And the second they go behind enemy lines is when they actually get the round. I feel like that's what suits them best in this game so far. Whenever they are just waiting for them, it's not the results they were looking for. Annabella gonna rock that sniper out, takes the first blood, eliminating Damien on that sniper battle. Shotzi takes another onto Dark. Over here, JF gonna be able to answer back by killing Paris. Paris not able to get the outcome that he would have liked so far, but the player lead still gonna be in favor of Midnight 4 versus 3. And Shotzi could be trying to surprise someone pretty soon. He's quite close to a lot of enemies, and so is Nerdy as per usual. Once again, Nerdy on his spot. Seems like he's a big fan of this area, you know, Day, in here. So far, 9 kills. Not too shabby, not too bad. Only 4 rounds. More than 2 kills per round for him so far. Not even over with this one, being patient, waiting. He might hurt them. They're gonna be there. Galix, the first one to fall, double, triple, make it a triple. Day. There you have it, Nerdy. Once again, making it, and you gotta say it now. Fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice. That's a vandals mistake. Nerdy clearly did the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they all 3 rotated in front of him and nobody was able to get the shots on him is absolutely nuts. So, looking at the 4-1 for the side of Midnight right now, Kumia is pre-firing everything under the sun, trying not to drop a donut here. But this story has largely been Nerdy and Shotzzy. 12-1 for Nerdy, 7-1 for Shotzzy.
Jesus Christ, almost 20 on only 5 runs by these 2 players. Nerdy gonna find another one. Nerdy looking for more in the middle of the map. Gonna be going left to right. Finds the double onto Frisky. Gonna be spotted by JF. But still not enough for the side of Vandals. Their opportunities are pretty low, but JF finds a double. Galax gets a kill. 15 seconds on the clock. Kumia gonna be dropping a nade and is really out of position. Maybe with a sniper we could see... No, he doesn't even have a sniper. Kumia, what's going on? The bomb is not being defused.
Wait,
what is this?
Wait, really? Yo, can we have a chat, Vandals? Why is nobody going for the bomb defuse? It's a 2v1. You had like 8 seconds left. How is nobody defusing the bomb?
Even if you feel like you're gonna die, you have to go for it, right?
Right. They ended up both dying to the bomb explosion anyway. Like, that was just wild to watch. Oh man.
Pure insanity. Bomb is already down, Day.
Well, Nerdy finds another before getting taken down. Seems like JFDZ is doing a good job in shutting down Nerdy, but with Annabella last alive in a 1v4, we might actually see a second round come through for the side of the Vandals. And sure enough, Damien. Wish we would have caught the snipe from his angle there, but caught it from the receiving end, and he puts up 2 on board. JFDZ has 7 on board. He's actually doing a pretty decent job trying to keep the team in the mix here, but being at match point against the side of Midnight right now is not a great position to be in, especially with Nerdy being on 17, bro. Nerdy's like on pace to put up 20 in the search.
Maybe? Question mark? Actually, yeah. Nerdy gonna be planting the bomb. Everybody's going to the warehouse. At least 3 off the side of Vandals. Nerdy gonna spot 1 enemy on the lower area.
Get dumpstered, Nerdy.
Frisky. Midnight, you gotta throw this round so you get another chance. 4v3 Vandals. Actually, they got a solid chance here if they play their cards effectively. Galax looking left to right with a CVR, but still quite scared. And I feel like it's also an issue coming from the side of Vandals. The fact that they're not actually committing to what they had to. The timer going lower and lower. Shotzzy gets a kill. No one's getting there. Everybody's dying. Galax follows through. And I feel like they surely could have gotten at least 1 or 2 more, but their undecisiveness pays horribly for them. That's going to be a dub in favor of Midnight Gaming. Another 2-0 victory. But mad shout out to the side of Vandals. They so far been the better team losing tonight.
Well, Nerdy was too much of a bot to put 20 on board. For whatever reason, he decided he was going to grab the bomb and go for the plant. So, maybe he cost himself some kills there. And, Kumia. Yo, someone jumped the lobby early for skip the kill cam, which obviously is currently bugged and makes it so that they don't come up on the spectator scoreboard. That has its own repercussions, but someone skipped and it wasn't Kumia. Kumia, you let the donut come through, bro. Bruh.
It was Paris, right?
It was Paris, correct.
Yeah.
Well, the 2-0 victory does come through for the side of Midnight. They close out a 250 to 173, I believe, hard point in a 4 versus 5, where they had 4. And then they come through here into the Search and Destroy, and they did have a 5th player, and they were able to pick up the 6-2 win in Search and Destroy. That's going to be the end of that matchup for us here tonight, guys. We do have, I think, one more coming. I believe it is going to be Vandals versus, what was the team name that lost game 2? 6 Feet Under, yeah. And I gotta say, Vandals definitely put up more of a showing than 6 Feet Under, so I'm giving Vandals the edge going into that matchup, but might be an opportunity for 6 Feet Under to come through, and, you know, who knows? Maybe Wicked were just super cracked and took them down, and they really couldn't do anything about it, but they're actually a good team. You know, again, I'm not gonna roll with that answer, but, you know, I guess it's a possibility, Gil.
It's a possibility. And, well, it's unexpected things can happen, right? This is a match that, well, it has to come in order for us to be having a double bracket, but I think Vandals got a chance on this one, but we'll have to wait and see.
All right, guys, we're going to take a short break while we get geared up for our final game of the night. It's going to be 6 Feet Under versus the Vandals. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few short minutes.
Oh yeah, baby. That was dope. No lie.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We are sorry about the extended delay there. We were having a little bit of a technical difficulty on our end, but we are coming through for our 6 feet under versus the Vandals matchup in Gil. I definitely think this one has a little bit more opportunity to be closer for the side of 6 feet under, but also based off of the performance that we just had of the Vandals, I could absolutely see the Vandals just having a bit of an edge in this matchup here as well.
Yeah, it's complicated to get a full-on story because their opponents were different. Were not the same between Vandals and 6 feet under, but at the same time, like you said, Vandals had a great performance, had a couple of okay moments where like they were capable of shining through their adversities. But yeah, I think we're mostly ready for us to get started. But first, we need to talk about this map rotation, right? They summit on Hardpoint, then moving on to Crossfire, Search and Destroy. A potential third game of domination on Raid. The bans, once again, coming from Vandals are, from 6 feet under are going to be the Kilo, and from Vandals, the CVR. Seems like they decided not to ban the SKS, which for some reason we've seen a lot today, right?
I think it's been banned in every series besides this one that we're getting ready to go into now. So again, I think the SKS is a totally viable ban when you know someone on the opposing team is you know, exceptionally good with it. Again, I think the like number one that comes to mind is going to be the likes of Space, maybe Blur, maybe Titio, but I mean certainly Space. That's a matchup where, you know, you ban the SKS and I'm like, yo, that's a smart ban, right? You know, again, I think for the stronger teams, the best bet is always going to be to ban the one gun that maybe closes the skill gap a little bit. And, you know, that is largely what we actually had to come through for this matchup. So we had 6 feet under, banned the Kilo away, and then Vandals came through and banned away the CBR. So those are kind of the two main guns in the meta right now. I would largely say that the M13 is also still very, very viable, and that's something we'll probably see a fair bit of in this matchup. I could also see things like the PPSH coming into play, maybe the Bison. And the Bison, you know, would be more of like a comfort SMG as opposed to a meta SMG at this point. It's good, but it's not great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's quite a few opportunities for weapons to be used, but like you mentioned, none of them are gonna have necessarily the same outcome that you could be expecting. For now, no more DLQ band. You know, that's a thing. We've seen it today for some reason, and well, that's not the case anymore. As we are gonna begin in a map like Summit, I'd like to see just some close matches between the two of them, right? I'm expecting for these games to go slightly bit closer to one another, and well, we're already gonna be loading in to the first one, Vandals versus 6 feet under Day, and well, may the best team win, because for now there's no more second opportunities. This is a double elimination bracket, but as they are already on the lower side of it, there's no more time to lose.
All right, well, we are into the matchup here, Gil, and I expect this one to be a little bit closer than some of our previous matchups, you know, largely because this is kind of the losers versus the losers, right? So neither one of these teams was able to best their opponents, and, you know, the Vandals, they did have a better performance than any of our other teams tonight. Again, it was a 4 versus 5. They did pick up 2 rounds in the search and destroy, and that was a 5v5, so I mean, you know, big kudos to them there, and maybe that is a place we'll definitely see the Vandals excel. But as of right now, 6 feet under, they've got 9 points on the board, so they're already doing better than they did in their last matchup where they put up 3, and we're on the first hill of Summit here, and they're still making a fight for it.
Yeah, right now the two of them just trying the hardest to clear this area. It seems like it's going to be once again favoring the side of 6 feet under and allowing them to get a couple more points before we rotate towards P2, in which we already have Venom playing with an RO9. The shotgun going to be taking an appearance here tonight. It's definitely a map where you can see some players just try to go for it. Venom currently with 4 kills with it, going to be pushing inside of the point where he sees JF inside. I don't know why Venom is not pushing, like... With a shotty, you would expect someone like that to be playing it slightly more aggressive with it, right?
One would think, but you know, he did try to get in there for that, and you know, we didn't see him quite get the kill he was maybe looking for. We do have a Holger in play for Crazy Boy, which is not something we see a ton in the meta, but I think with the Kilo and the CBR band, it is certainly a viable gun. It's just certainly not at the glory that it once upon had, right? So, personally, I think the CBR, I'm sorry, the M13 is a little bit more consistent than the Holger, but you do obviously have an option for some extra ammo for the Holger, which allows you to take some additional gunfights. I'm pretty sure... Oh, we do have an SKS in play. Damien rocking an SKS. So it'll be the first time that we've been able to see it in the competition so far. And he does have 9 on board. Tied for leading the lobby. Darks is obviously one that we saw lead in their last matchup. He came through a 33 against the side of Midnight. So
Only Damien, like you mentioned, is gonna be now on an 8th kill spree with a weapon, rooting for more, currently holding on to a Pred missile. The spawns are favoring the side of 6 feet under like crazy days. Seems like, wait a second, I just realized I was looking at the stream. We got the names mixed up. If admins could help us clear that out. But yeah, Vandals, as we were expecting, rocking the enemy's world, and so far doing a great job getting closer to 100, while the side of 6 feet under struggling to get over 25. And like you mentioned, that SKS pretty interesting. We were incapable of seeing it before, and even if it was not banned, I'm not too sure how much we would have seen it. But so far for Damien, seems to be working out.
Well, he has an SKS and a Holger, and I think we've seen about as many of his kills come through with the Holger as the SKS. He does have an 8 combo going right now, so moving on into this next point, he does need to be a little bit cautious on his rotation. Ends up getting gunned down there, so, you know, like I said, need to be cautious on that rotation if you want to continue that streak. He wasn't quite able to do it, so now our top streak is going to be Frisky, who's on a 4, and is approaching a Predator missile for himself. Does pick up the hard point kill there. That's going to get him enough points for that Pred, so another extra streak for the team. But he is now getting pushed, and not a whole lot you can do about it. Ends up dying to the Semtex, but Damien cleans things up. A 2-piece with the Annihilator, misses the shot for number 3, ends up getting dropped by Default, who puts up number 9 on board. Don't know why you're pushing the hard point with a Deagle in hand, but well, he gets dropped by the Purifier. Now Nugget actually popping off with the Annihilator, finds 4 in the feed.
You have it, 6 feet under, trying to clear off, finds another kill to JF, takes out the MSMC. The submachine gun takes the kill onto Frisky, looking for more. He's gonna find another enemy pretty soon. He's deciding to be quite aggressive, but the problem is the point is not even there anymore. And he is just doing a tremendous job there with Annihilator. Problem is that is not gonna be translating onto OVJ points, of which we're gonna see inside of it the player Dark's Funeral doing a great job so far. I'm looking right now the overall standings on the kill department, and it's clear that the side of Vandals are doing a great job, but 6 feet under, not falling too far behind. The main issue is definitely going to be the control that they're taking about these areas.
Well, and, you know, for Venom Viper specifically, you know, at this point in the game, I mean, you're down 130 points. My guy, it might be time to put away the R9 and find something a little bit more consistent to try to help your team out, because it is clearly just not working. Damien finds a wallbang onto Crazy Boy, but Nugget is able to find a refrag, taking down Frisky with a 145-point lead in favor of the side of the Vandals right now. Looking like they might be able to find an extra life here in the tournament and maybe push themselves a little bit deeper on into the composition. Shoddy rotates in, and that's going to be Red picking up kill number 8 there before getting taken down. Darks does have his equalizers out and ready to go. Can he find the kills is the question. Well, spins around, ends up finding 1. Not great operator use there, but you know, I guess at least it was a 1-for-1 trade and not a complete loss. Lightning Strike comes in for Damien. Finally, Venom Viper finding another kill with the R9 there, but again, I just, at this point in time, I don't know why you're not switching to something that has a little bit more versatility.
That you saw Dark's Funeral finding a 3-piece with that M13 now coming from the top control area, looking for more. Gonna be a little bit too late, but doesn't matter too much. Still holding the ground inside of the OVJ. 200 points in favor of Vandals. Dark's Funeral with M13 looking for a kill, but only gets assistance. Gonna be pushing towards P3, but inside of it, surprise, surprise, Redex, sorry. Gonna be inside of it. They also trying to hold on their respawns, but that's not working as they want it. Immediately Red gonna be spotted. Damien taking for a ride. This Annihilator, 27 kills total. Going for 28, taking it over onto Nugget. Now looking at Catwalk, takes a miss in between the 2 enemies. That's gotta be rough, you know, with an Annihilator in with 2 players in front of you. Shooting in the middle of both of them, that's a big L, unfortunately, for Damien.
Yeah, we do actually have a break come through for the side of 6 feet under, and they're starting to get some points on the hill, but Have to see if the break comes back through. We've now got under 30 seconds left, and there's not enough time for the side of Vandals to win, so hopefully they'll just rotate on over towards next and get set up. And sure enough, it does largely look to be the case right now. It does, Shoddy gets a terrible spawn. Oh, that's rough. Oh, good grab, Vortex.
Mm-hmm. And allows a couple more points to be there for Shorty for the side of Vandals, who are also on the opposite end of the map thanks to Frisky, who got spotted by Nugget. Nugget with this Annihilator. Let's see how much damage he can do. He's gonna be pushed by Dark's Funeral. Immediately taken down, but the control is still inside for Venom. Venom trying to survive, throws a smoke, chest to the ground, surviving for the longest time. Just a weird interaction for them to be having, but it's like Venom still trying to go with this shotgun. Gonna be finding an enemy for him to be dying. Shoddy with the Purifier. Gonna clear this area. Gonna be given more points to Vandals. They are only a few seconds away from victory. And whatever the side of 6 Feet Under are trying to do, definitely not working as they would have liked to, as they are losing by over 100 points now.
All right, well, big kill does come through, or big two-piece rather comes through for JFDZ, and a break does hold for the side of the Vandals. And now with only 10 points to go, can they finish it out? No. From the backside, we actually do have, I believe that was Default made it into the hill and, you know, did deny the win on this point. But I mean, with only 4 points to go and over 125 points left for the side of 6 Feet Under, I have to imagine this P1 is probably going to be where it ends here, Gil. And it's only going to take a couple seconds out of the side of the Vandals.
Couple seconds, all they need. JFD, the one to give them those seconds they needed. 250 over to the side of Vandals, 125. Definitely a better performance than what we saw in the past from 6 Feet Under, but Vandals are the ones to take the dove, to take the lead. The first victory in their favor, and I'm telling you, the name is the new meta. Dark's Funeral with a 33 kills, dying 17 times, being the MVP for the squad. Not necessarily the one with the most kills, but he's the one with the most points, and it takes that MVP, favoring the Vandals. And overall, a great job. Although we were talking a lot about Damien, obviously if you're playing with an SKS, you're not going to be pushing too deeply inside of the objectives in something like hard points, so understandable for Damien to only have 6 seconds in.
All right, well, Damien, I'm pretty sure he put up 33 in the last hard point as well, but he was 33 and 27 then. He's 33 and 17 now, so coming through a little bit more positive. Damien obviously was fragging out as well at 38 and 16. Definitely a big factor on why the team was able to come through with the win there. We did have JFDZ go net neutral with 25-25. 21 and 22 for Frisky and 18 and 21 for Shoddy. At least for those lower three members of the team, they might not have been fragging out the way that the top two were. But a minute 48 on the hill, a minute 37, and a minute 30 is just really, really solid teamwork coming through there. We look over at the opposition, and the time is just nowhere near. Venom Viper was the top objective time, and he was leagues above the rest of his team. 138 for him, drops down to 26 for Red X, 22 for Default, 14 for Nugget, and only 1 second for Crazy Boy. I mean, that seems not right. I mean, gotta put your feet on the hill.
That one. Absolutely. Well, yeah, that's the thing. When you are not truly getting something outside of the kills, if it comes down to the objectives, well, you're gonna end up losing one way or another, and that's something that at 6 Feet Under had to go through yet again. In here, well, the advantage is already for Vandals. They got all the opportunity to close this one up on a 2-0 fashion. And, well, by the sequence we've had all day long, I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm actually expecting for us to go on to a victory. Would you say that, how many, if you were to say a specific score right now, what would it be, Day? What would you go for here?
I'm going to give 6 Feet Under a little bit of a benefit of the doubt, and that is not going to be as far as to say that I think that they could win this.
Okay.
but I think they get points on the board this time in search. I'm gonna say 6-2 in favor of Vandals. Now, different question, but a question nonetheless for you, Gil. Do you think either of these teams could stand up against the might and glory that was Team Gilmania from the Dream Team Staff Exhibition?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I'll be completely honest with you. No one, not even Tribe, can fight against them, Gilmania. Like, if we ever go against them, I'm sorry, but we're gonna just wipe the floor with their faces. That's all I gotta say, man. Just too good of a team.
All right, for anybody who
But,
maybe did miss the event, we had a staff Dream Team exhibition event following Mobile Mayhem Girls, and Gil's team did come through with the W. They put Team Verdict in their place in the grand finals. I think it was, what, 3-1?
3-1, yes.
Yeah. So Team Gil was looking pretty cracked over the weekend. So Gil certainly knows the skill level to expect coming into some of the Mobile Mayhem matchups. And speaking of coming into Mobile Mayhem matchups, we're finally getting into our search and destroy here, Gil. I put my guess at 6-2 for the Vandals. What are you thinking here?
I think I'd go for something slightly lower than that for the side of 6 feet under, if I'm being honest. I would go for a 6-1. I think there could be an opportunity for them to steal a round away from Vandals, but overall I think that's not going to be something they can repeat. So far they have lost 2 players over at the side of 6 feet under. Oh, Vandals, sorry, my apologies. It seems like they switch sides. Okay, that's a great start actually for 6 feet under.
Yeah, Red X was able to find 2 snipes early on, which was really helpful for the team. And, I mean, a random shot into the wall there apparently was enough to convince Shoddy that he wasn't safe for the plant. Venom Viper is going to find an extra kill here. He's rocking the Rytech, too.
Wow, okay. They're an S&D team all along, and just we didn't realize before. Shoddy, like... It took him, he was debating whether or not to plant the bomb for like, felt 30 or more seconds. It's understandable he wasn't on 1v5, but can you imagine, I don't know, man, I don't know. It's understandable, but it was funny nonetheless.
Well, I mean, he went for the bomb plant a couple times behind that and was getting spooked by a couple of the snipe shots. Red X and Venom Viper actually hit some pretty key snipes that round, so they've already opened up with 1. Gil, you said this was as far as they were going to make it, and, you know, certainly they're going to try to come through and prove both of us wrong as Venom Viper opens up with 1 on 2 Frisky. Crazy Boy takes down Dark's Funeral, and I got to say, Dark's probably one of the best players that we could have asked for the side of 6 feet under to pick up there. Damien, rocking the SKS, is going to find at least 1 refrag taking down Default. It's now a 4 versus 3 advantage, 6 feet under.
Now twice in a row that we've seen both Darks and also his allied Frisky dying immediately at the beginning of the round. Luckily enough for the side of Vandals, they were able to recover, getting 2 kills for themselves, but the bomb is still not planted. 1 more minute on the clock. Shoddy is the one carrying the bomb. Will he actually be looking to plant this bomb and commit to it? Receives a lot of damage, but decides not to stop. Nothing is stopping him now. Gets the plant. Now Damien is going to be trying to defend, but Crazy Boy takes the kill with the Holger. This LMG taken for a ride, doing the damage so far too. Are in favor of Crazy Boy specifically, now trying to push so they can effectively defuse this device. They're gonna be starting to do it, baiting them out. Defended by Shorty. Shorty takes 1. Shorty looking for 2. Doesn't realize that there's someone inside of the bus station. Inside of it, finally gonna turn around, takes the kill onto Nugget. Crazy Boy in a 1v2, takes the kill onto JFD. Now looking for a 1v1, the timer's too low, and Shorty knows this. He's going back and forth. He knew all he had to do was to wait. And that's exactly the pain that Crazy Boy is gonna have to deal with. Not enough time. The bomb is gonna explode. And the side of Vandals gonna even numbers out, but you said it perfectly before. Seems like 6 feet under, definitely surprising us. So far, the beginning, at least, of both rounds, quite good by getting 2 kills.
Yeah, I actually think we're going to go ahead and spectate either Red X or Venom Viper and see, because they've opened up with snipes every round so far. Red X isn't able to get the snipes there, but he got information on 2 players that did cross, and Default is aggressively pushed up, takes down Shoddy. It's going to be 1 to start things off for the side of 6 Feet Under, and yeah, Venom Viper's been using the Rytech. Not something we see very often. I think the last, like, pro player I saw really run...
He almost got that shot.
Yeah, we did for a while see Tatio run the Rytech when he would snipe, which is not something you see very often out of him in the first place. As of late, I think his go-to has been more of the Arctic 50 with, I think it's the 4 times. But man, 6 Feet Under definitely stepping things up here in the Search and Destroy. And I gotta say, Gil, I don't know if I like this Holger skin yet. I like the skin itself, but the audio for it sounds like the equivalent of what I would expect wet peas getting shot through a straw would sound like.
I mean, if I were if I were hearing that all the time, I see a weapon like this, I'd be just like you, bro. What I do know is the fact that once again vandals are going to struggle. Nugget gonna find a double, picking up a weapon from the ground because surprise, Nugget is yet again using the MSMC, takes a kill at the beginning of that round, picks up the weapon from said body, and landed a double to bring in home a second round. I'm already wrong with my prediction for this game, and soon it could be the same for you if they continue to play this way. At the same time, I do feel like 6 Feet Under are playing quite alright, but also vandals, I don't think they feel too sure on how to be playing these rounds either, you know?
Well, I would say overall the rounds have been very close. Even, you know, the ones that the teams won respectively, they've pretty frequently come down to 2v2s and 1v1s. So we at least got to give it credit for that, is that this competition seems to be a little bit more on pace for both of these teams. And I certainly think that makes it a bit more exciting, right? Because both these teams are obviously going to be fighting for their opportunity of a second life here in the tournament, with it being double elimination. So, you know, they obviously have already faced off against 2 teams. We saw Wicked face 6 Feet Under earlier, and obviously we saw Midnight come through with the plays against Vandals. So both these teams know there's at least one team out there that they're going to struggle against, right? So trying to see them come through. There's no way Red X is going for a ninja, right? There's no way. Yeah, I mean, you deserved that, bud. You deserved that. My goodness.
The amount of confidence you need in your body to actually try to go for something like that and expect for it to work is unmeasurable. Of course, did not work out. There was someone inside of that boss, took out his weapon, took him out, and vandals are evening these numbers out. Last round, we see them on the offensive for vandals, and yeah, I think we could stick around a little longer for the play from Venom. You know, you said that he was playing with a right, gonna connect a hit marker onto who I think was Damien. Unfortunately for him, that's not gonna be a kill. Default decides to be aggressive and picks up a kill onto JFD. Default still playing with this Type 25 and gonna be spotted. Ooh, that was some nasty shots by Frisky, not missing a single bullet, landing a kill, and in evening numbers on each side. 3 versus 3. The bomb is still not planted. Frisky is carrying on to his option to be planting now. Gonna decide to do it. Nugget gonna hear that out with the MSMC. Gonna be pushing, finds one, takes the kill, goes for the double, runs out of bullets, but there's Red to finish the enemy up. At the same time, Dark Funeral gonna answer back up. He knows that they're gonna be trying to defuse, goes into the fence, takes the kill onto Nugget, turns this into a 1v1 situation, and Red, he was not happy about not getting a ninja defuse. Now, not gonna be a ninja, but it is going to be a defusal that brings the advantage back into the hands of the side of 6 Feet Under. And wow, what a redemption arc for Red over there.
Yeah, he's been having a heck of a game so far. We're 5 rounds in. He's got 5 on board, and I think 3 of them are first bloods, so you know, definitely a solid line to have. And the team's overall putting some even contribution in. Crazy and Red both have 5. You've got 4 apiece for Default and Nugget. You've got 3 for Venom Viper, so no donuts this time around. And well, Vandals again. We obviously you know, saw them have to go up against Midnight not too long ago, and they essentially did play 2 4v5s, right? It was a 5v5 for the Search and Destroy, but I do believe we had, I think it was Kumia dropped a donut, right? So, I mean, for all intents and purposes, that's a 4v5, right? So, they're having a little bit of a repeat of their last game as far as performance goes. They found 2, but sure enough, Damien going to come through and does get 3 on the board, ties things up.
I think whenever the side of Vandals had won their own rounds, it's been a bit more sided to them, but those that 6 feet under are winning are not necessarily as easy as they would have liked, but so far we're still even, 3 for each, and the one carrying the bomb is Nugget. They're aggressively going towards the A side of the map, and that's not working out. They've lost 2 players already. Now Venom trying to defend with the M13 in hand. They know they're going to be pushing. Default is dead. Now Nugget follows through. Venom tries to survive, but Shorty kind of surviving a masterpiece of a play as they don't take a single casualty with a perfect 5 kills, no players down for them. We're going to have for the first time the side of Vandals now with a lead in this game.
All right, well, the Vandals have found their way on the board for this matchup. They've got 4. They might be looking to close things out in 2-0 fashion after being 2-0'd by Midnight. You have a very aggressive push up from Damien, but the COD timing, he looks away as a free kill walks in front of him. Venom Viper is going to open up with first blood. Kill number 4 on the board for him. Still rocking the Rytech. Not the most consistent sniper, but it's definitely one that I feel like some players just have that kind of comfort in like an ADS animation. And sometimes that's just the case, right? So that could certainly be what's going on for Venom Viper here. Damien trying to find some information on the wall bang. Red X rotating over. Might be looking... Why are you ego chow and switch weapons as you do it? Oh my goodness.
Wait, who they dead?
Red X, bro. We're gonna have to have a talk later, Red X.
He's just he's such a character. He just loves to be bringing in the show for the viewers. Unfortunately for him, twice now that's not worked out for him. I'm looking right now at Damien, who could find Nugget. Nugget is there. Nugget taking a lot of damage. Tries to run away, gonna be able to do it. Damien gonna be pushing through the left side by default. Now Frisky has been playing all round long with the Deagle. So far he's gotten an assistance and a kill, now getting for some more damage to be dealt there. Takes the kill onto Nugget. Now the only one left is gonna be Crazy Boy. Takes the double with the Deagle. I don't even know what his other weapon is, but I can assure you he played all that around with the Deagle and made it work, Day.
I'm pretty sure we just watched a 1v3 clutch with a Deagle, nonetheless, and that is that is a statement I don't think I've ever said. I certainly remember watching. I think Lydia clutch a 1v2 with a Deagle, but I mean a 1v3 is, I mean that's a whole nother gunfight with a Deagle, you know. But sure enough, he's able to come through for the team. Unfortunately for him, Damien is going to be the first one to drop this round. 7-7 for Damien on board. Gone through 30 seconds of our time already. Bomb is in the hands of Nugget, who's looking to get pushed up. I think he just saw Shoddy top, so he is going to get that information for the team. Sure enough, Shoddy re-peeks. It gives him a confirm on that information. Now Dark's pushed up. He's got 9 on board. He's top fragging for the lobby right now. Can he help his team close things out in 6-3 fashion? Or are we possibly going to see 6 feet under come through with a little bit of a comeback here?
Trying to redeem themselves. They don't want this to be over with. They want us to go to a third map, trying the hardest over at the side of 6 feet under. The one carrying the bomb, like you mentioned, Nugget, slowly but surely getting there through the smoke, gonna take the nunchucks, but JFD wants to take a bit of a defense break in there. Venom, though, finds the kill into Dark's Funeral. JFD going all the way around. Gonna find a completely unexpected player. Finds the kill number 1. Going for more. There's not even enough communication. The side of 6 feet under. They finally realize where JFD is at. He does take kill 1. Goes for kill 2. Holy he missed that shot. Runs out of bullets. Takes out the pistol. Tries to go for the kill. Not getting it. Has to reload. Now they're gonna be pushing with their melee weapons or something. What was going on there?
I don't know, dude.
Party, bro.
Oh
This
my
is just a
god.
show, man. They just want to bring it home. Some show potential, and they're doing it on both sides. Mad props for them.
All right, well, we are starting up round number 10 here, chat. We're still on match point for the side of the Vandals, but Venom Viper opens up with a wall bang, taking down JFDZ. And that is going to give a little bit of an extra window opened up for the side of 6 feet under. They now have a player advantage. They can start working their way on up towards the bomb site. You can see that we do have Default starting to push, waiting for confirmation from his team that it's safe, but we have nobody really pushed up fully in here yet. Default starting to do it himself, and you know, it's not really the ideal play for your bomb carrier to be making, but you know, he might be able to get some information for the team. Hopefully they just, you know, don't lose Default and a confirmed bomb down. Burned through half of our time already here, Gil. Are we going to see around 11, or do we think Vandals can clutch this one up?
I don't know, but they're burning a lot of time, like you mentioned. They take a while. Finally, through the smoke, Default gonna be pushing. Wants to plant this bomb down. They're gonna be able to do so safely. That is gonna be 45 seconds on the clock. Vandals had to answer back. They want to win this game, and they've been so close. But 6 feet under are not making it easy. Crazy Boy takes the kill onto Dark's Funeral. That is not the kind of story that Vandals wanted. Frisky from the distance takes a snipe onto Red. The timer's still getting lower and lower. Less than 20 seconds now. Crazy Boy gonna drop to the hands of Damien. Damien alongside with Shorty. Damien gonna be pushing. Damien wants to take a kill with the SKS close range. I don't think that's the kind of story you want to tell. Why are you being aggressive with an SKS at that distance? He eventually gets taken down. Try to go for the M13 play. That's not the scenario that they were looking for. We got ourselves around 11, and we got the option of a third game to everyone. Maybe not everyone's, but a lot of odds going in favor of Vandals. This could actually go in favor of 6 feet under.
Well, Red is going to open up once again with the first blood for the team. I don't think he can confirm it at that distance, but that is bombed down that he just got. Frisky is here for a refrag. Dark's also in a position to maybe catch Crazy Boy or Default if they push up too far here. So far, it's a 1-for-1 trade. Bomb is in the hand of Frisky, who is now working their way up towards the B bomb site. And they need to get this bomb plant rolling here, but honestly, forcing your opponents to play against the time with only 4 players left is enough pressure that it can throw somebody off their game pretty easily, so we'll have to see. Smoke is out, bomb plant's coming through, no bullets connect by the side of 6 feet under, and that bomb plant finally comes through. You can see Shawty found some shots on Default, but did not find the last bullet to connect for the kill. And we're going to be continuing to look at a 4 versus 4, but then 3 kills come in. It's now a 3 versus 2. Nugget is looking for Damien. Crazy Boy is looking to push up. They've got 20 seconds to find the round clutch here. Crazy Boy finds some shots on Frisky, but it's not enough. Damien takes down Nugget, and I think Vandals have finally done it and closed things out in 2-0 fashion. Damien, Karambit kill coming through for number 11. And the 6-5 win does come through for the Vandals.
Does come through for the Vandals day. I gotta be honest with you for a second. For a split second, I had the unmentionable name about to be said again. But okay, day nominate, my friend. We're coming to an end. It could have been another one into the books, but it seems like 6 feet under couldn't deal with the heat from Vandals. And, well, I gotta give a round of applause for them. They definitely tried. They got better results that they had in the past, absolutely. They were so close to a victory here. And, well, yeah, GG's. I think we've talked about this across the entirety of these qualifiers, the fact that teams gotta work their way onto being a T1 team, being able to compete against all of these teams. And well, it's also a good practice in a way. Now they know what they're lacking of, and eventually try to get better at it. But for now, Vandals are the ones to continue to be alive and move on to the next round of these qualifiers over at the losers bracket.
All right, well, that's a dub coming through for the Vandals as we all watched. I honestly, Vandals, you barely snuck the search and destroy through. Okay, I'm just gonna be real with you here, and it's for your benefit. Okay, the games were not convincing. Obviously, we saw you go up against Midnight. You lost 2 4v5s. That's pretty rough. Go back, review the footage from your games today. We had them all on broadcast. Review the footage of your opponents and try to get a game plan coming through, because honestly, if you're going up against the likes of Wicked or Midnight or Explicit, they're going to be a much, much, much tougher team than 6 Feet Under. So got a lot to prepare for. There's the rest of the losers bracket, I think, happens off stream tomorrow, and then we'll be back for the finals on Thursday. So yeah, Vandals, you got a lot of grinding to do still. Again, all the footage from today is there and available for you guys. Make sure you use it to your advantage, because you guys are certainly going to need it coming up into some of the tougher matchups here tonight. So I think that's going to be it for us today, Gil. Big shout out to the admin team who was able to come through and do the work here today. Big shout out to you, Gil, for showing up. I know it was kind of short notice that that Verdict wasn't going to be available today, and we appreciate you being here, even if you disrespected me and called me Verdict and almost did it twice. We love having you, Gil. We love having you. But the biggest shout out certainly does have to go to chat. Sorry for cutting you off there, but chat, you guys coming by and watching these events is what makes this all possible, and we appreciate you all for being here. Gil, you got any words on your way out to any of the teams or to any of the viewers?
Well, to the teams, we know that there's the 3 strongest, to whoever may admit it or not, being Midnight, Explicit, and the side of, who am I lacking of here?
Midnight, Explicit, and Wicked.
And Wicked, yes. So it doesn't mean for other teams to be giving up. They can still be trying, and in the future get hopefully better results, even more in your favor. But yeah, thank you for showing up and going through all of this. Like I also said, some teams just cannot deal with the loss and just completely give up after a couple. So I encourage you guys to continue trying it, Chad. Like they said, thank you so much for making this possible. At the end of the day, without you guys, this would not be a thing. And also thank you to Mobile Mayhem for once again having me here to making it now onto the 3 out of the 4 scenarios that you guys go for, right? I've been on you, Latam, and NA. Maybe at some point I will learn Portuguese and go for SA. Who knows?
Well, guys, make sure you do give Gil a follow here on Trovo as well. As he just mentioned, he has had his hands in pretty much all of the main scenes that we deal with in North America. NA, EU, LATAM, streams in English and Spanish. So that's definitely a big plus for many of the bilingual members of the community out there. And thank you all so much for being here. And we'll see you guys back on Thursday. Same place, same time, as we find out which one of these teams, or which 2 of these teams, I believe, are going to make it through into the main Mobile Mayhem season. We got a quick word from COD Mobile, then we're going to get you guys sent out on a raid.
Oh yeah, baby, that was dope. No lie.